Our son William was born 10 weeks premature, so we spent 43 days in the NICU at Sanford. We were kind of prepped for a little bit early, but 10 weeks early was obviously a little bit earlier than we anticipated. I woke Eric up because it was in the middle of the night and said, something's wrong. We have to get ready to go to the hospital. I called in and triage said, yes, please come in right away. We knew something was wrong. When we were on our way there, I was thinking, maybe I'll just get put on bed rest or maybe, something's going on. But I didn't think it was going to be this serious. And within an hour, I was on the operating table. I just remember Eric looking at me and saying, I'm scared. And I said, I am too. After he was actually born and everything, they immediately rushed him out, to get him down to the NICU. And they asked Eric if they wanted him to stay with me or go with Will. And Eric looked at me with this just panicked look in his eyes because he's like, I don't know, I can't choose. And I was like, just go with him. So the first time I technically saw him is when Eric brought me pictures. At least seeing him, it made me know that he was okay. It was almost like that's not my child because I'm seeing this baby on a cell phone. It's not like I'm seeing this baby in person. So it was hours after, I was able to my drugs wore off and I was actually able to get down there. So it was scary, but I knew he was okay and that he was in good hands. His stomach was looking a little distended or full, and they weren't sure why. And so they wanted to do an exploratory surgery. They just made one tiny little incision on his stomach and was able to take his intestines out. And they did find a hole in one of his small intestines, so they were able to stitch that up. And then there was another area that was a little thin, so they just kind of cut that piece out and stuck the ends together and sewed that back up too.
They were all very knowledgeable and they were answering my questions through the process, and in that moment I felt like I should have been freaking out, but every single person that was in that room, and there was several of them working on him at the time, made me feel very comfortable, and I was confident that he was going to be okay.
Raised a child before, and so we know how to raise a kid, but we don't know how to raise a preemie. And so just the teaching us how to bathe them, teaching us how to take their temperature, all the little things like that. And you look at these nurses knowing that they're there taking care of your son, but really they were taking care of us too.